Well, President-elect Donald Trump covering a wide range of topics at a press conference from Mar-a-Lago. I'm laughing because that's the least he can say about promising big changes on just about every policy you can imagine on January 20th. Let's welcome in Goya CEO Robert Unanue. Robert, great to see you. Thank you very much. Of course, you paid a price for supporting Donald Trump in his first term. A lot of woke folks didn't like what you did, but you survived very well. And the main thing is you survived 4 years of a government that was blaming you for inflation, even though it was largely responsible with its deficit spending for that inflation. What does it mean to you to finally have somebody coming back in a couple of weeks into the White House who understands that inflation doesn't come from greedy corporations, it comes from greedy governments?
Well, David, it's great to be here. Happy New Year. I did make the mistake 4 years ago in July of 2020 by saying that we were blessed by President Trump. And by the way, I had also worked
Why was it a mistake?
Because you can't say blessed and Donald Trump in the same sentence.
I see.
So we were canceled. But, you know, people reacted. I had worked previously with President Obama. And, you know, I was there to give away food. The nation didn't have food at that time. So people reacted with a boycott. You know, AOC called for a boycott and others. We did so well, we made AOC Employee of the Month. That's a joke. But, you know,
Well, they didn't understand, the attackers didn't understand the fact that the Latino community in the United States of America is largely what would be considered conservative. They certainly are far more in that direction than they are in the progressive direction. They showed it in the way they voted, a lot more turning out for Donald Trump than they had in the past, and in their support for you and Goya. Well,
this last election in 16, I think it was somewhere around 20-some%. In 2020, maybe somewhere in the 30s. But this last election, because I was involved in it, it was 46% of all Latinos voted for Trump. 56% were men. And you saw more Hispanics, more black, more minorities going over to Trump because the issues was the economy. We were being hammered. We're bringing in, you know, I've worked my whole life. A Social Security check, an average check is $1,200. Illegals coming into this country receive over $3,800. But we are blessed because what President Trump is going to do is bring back oil. He's going to stop the wars. You know, the war in Ukraine and Russia. They control 30% of the world's wheat, 20% of the world's corn, fertilizers. When that hit, fertilizer prices tripled. It created inflation all over. The border has created inflation by handing out all these benefits to people that don't belong here, that are here to do us harm. And by the way, there's 40,000 children missing in this country. And we're going to be working with Tom Homan and seeing he's committed to saving and finding these children. Yeah. But inflation has been a curse on this, our country, our businesses from day one of the Biden administration.
Robert Unanue, because of the future president of the United States, the president-elect, yes. I'm afraid we have to cut this short, but please come back and see us again.
He's going to save us.
We'll try to arrange you to come back in a day when he's not giving your press conference. Robert, thank you so much.
We need to hear from him. God bless you.
God bless you as well.